Welcome to Citizen Information Network, CIN, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday, April 14, marked the 5 years that Nigerians remember the missing Chibok girls. Remember, in April 2014, 276 schoolgirls were actually kidnapped by the Boko Haram militia in far northeast Borno State in a town called Chibok. Well, a lot has been going on social media. The Bring Back Our Girls campaign went on, and on that day, 57 girls, they escaped, and over the years, 107 have been found or released due to negotiation between the federal government and the Boko Haram militia. 112 girls are still left to be accounted for, which means that they are still missing. During the President Muhammadu Buhari's 2014 presidential campaign, he promised Nigerians that immediately he steps into office that he will make sure that these girls are released. And now, in May 29, just over a month, his second tenure will commence, and yet the girls, 112 girls, are left to be accounted for. The question is the Buhari's administration, are they actually doing enough, or is there something that Nigerians can do to free these girls? My name is Akporero Henry Akpos, and I'm live here at Falomo to get reaction from Nigerians. Don't go nowhere, I'll be right back. The station you're watching is Citizen Information Network, CIN. Okay, yesterday made it 5 years. The Chibok girls 112. They are yet to be rescued. Do you think Buhari's administration is doing enough?
You see, actually, the situation is very, very complicated. You understand? You live in a country where the governments, they are not keeping to their promises, and everything we after, we are not getting it. About the Chibok girls, if it were to be the first word, you understand, they will not rest till they make sure that those girls are brought back to their parents, are being united to their parents. But these days we don't know what's happening to this country. Nobody cares about life. The administration, I don't know what they're doing.
My thought is that we still have 112 Chibok girls still not returned. We still have Leah Shaibu, we still have aid workers still not returned that were abducted by the Boko Haram. I must say that we've gotten release of 107 girls, and we are saying 5 years is too long. We are telling our government we appreciate their effort. We are telling our government to do more so that our girls will be back. We hope by today we will be having them jubilating that they've been released as we mark 5 years anniversary yesterday, but still yet we are still waiting, and we believe in our president that he will be able to put more effort as we mark these 5 years. More voices are coming out to tell the government they need to do more. So what we are trying to tell the government is that they should put in more effort, equip the military. Their welfare is so important, the negotiation, and we want an end to this Boko Haram of a thing. We are tired of the money, the resources that are supposed to go to education, power, go to other developmental projects to develop our nation, going to fight war. You know, it's not the best at this present time of our nation. So that's my take.
I think there's a problem of insecurity in the country, and Mr. President have to look deeply on this issue, because we are talking about children here, and also they should also intensify efforts to ensure that those girls are released, okay, and back to their parents and wards.
Okay, it's quite pathetic. The abduction of 276 girls on 14th April 2014, and 57 out of them escaped on that very day. It meant 219, and the administration of Goodluck Jonathan did not do anything. Though he inaugurated a 27-man panel to find the circumstances that lead to the abduction, because government doubted it at the first time, and that is only what they did. And the panel suggested to the administration that it should use two approaches to rescue the girls, either military or negotiation approach. but he abandoned them. But when President Buhari came in, his inaugural speech, he said he will use all the experience and resources within his disposal to bring the remaining Chibok girls. He relocated the Nigerian army to Borno State, and at the process, 107 children returned during the administration. Some of them returned on their own, some of them were rescued by Nigerian army. And yesterday marked 5 bad years for those girls, and it's quite bad because Nigeria as a country has all that it takes to rescue those girls. I can say that is a lapses on our government because the soldiers are not well equipped to fight Boko Haram. Boko Haram has more sophisticated military hardware, and that is why they always overcome our military.
Well, my point of view, the government, they are not do well, but to be a leader, it's not what we are seeing, that they are seeing in the first instance. So only what I will just say is that government should endeavor to put more effort in order to help our masses. That's really what I will just say.
This is rather very unfortunate. The government is trying, but they need to really step up in their attempt to rescue the Chibok girls. And on the other hand, it has been politicized. But however, the government really need to step up their game in the fight against the insurgents.
Wow, it's sad. It's so sad that we still have up to 112 still with the Boko Haram. Anyway, all I have to say is to plead to the federal government to please still put in more effort, because I know they can do it. They should please, because if you consider yourself being the parents of all these children, you know, everyone will know, yes, it's very, very sad.
I don't see anything that this government can do about those Chibok girls, because if I were the one that has children among those, I will have lost hope on all those children. And I believe it's better they see those children dead than to say that they have lost.
Sir, part of Buhari's campaign promises in 2014 was that immediately he enters office, he will make sure that the girls are released. Now, over the years, 107 have been released, but 112 are still there. What are those measures that you think he can employ to fasten their release?
I think one of those measures is the policy formulation should be put in place, and also the enforces unit should ensure that they are on decks, okay, to ensure that all those girls are released to their family, because it's very saddening to know that for the past 5 years now those girls have not been released, and I wonder what and how their family by now will be feeling. So that what Mr. President should come out to tell us the reason why it's taking too long for those girls to be released. So I think that it will be good enough for him to come out and address we citizens.
Unfortunately, if they're doing anything, communication is not there, so we wouldn't know if they're doing enough, right? But I think that for these girls to be away from their parents for 5 years, it's already a lot of trauma for the parents, and we don't know the conditions under which the girls are. So it's also something that is very difficult to those who are close to them. As a woman, it's difficult, you know, it's difficult when you're not amongst your own. And I'm sure they are going through some trauma. Some of them might have forgotten so many things because of the things they've been through in this period of 5 years. But then I think both government and the NGO and whatever body that has to do something about these girls, yeah, I think we should actually put in the package to help them out.
I mean, insecurity wise, and in order, I mean, what I'm saying is that what I'm saying about that security wise is that we need to, to empower either our forces in order to work very hard so that we can have those girls back.
Whether negotiation or otherwise, what he should do is mobilize Nigeria army to go and bring those girls, because enough is enough.
I don't think this government can make any measure to see all those girls again, because it's like the government have hands in all these child's missing.
The first area is strategy. The government really need to re-strategize their attempts, their methods, and their militarization process and procedures. Secondly is the goodwill. There has to be that goodwill to fight it up. It shouldn't just be politics. Politics come and go, but there has to be that willingness from the government to step up in the attempt to rescue these girls.
Now, empty promises we get from here. Empty promises. He said that he's going to bring out those girls, but where are the girls now? They're nowhere to be found. So it's empty promises. I don't think say the government stay effective like that.
Ma, as a woman, take 5 years, like 5 years away from your family, from your loved ones, with total strangers. What are the psychological effects that you think these girls must have been going through now?
They must be devastated right now. In fact, I don't know the kind of situation they will be in right now without their parents, without their loved ones. It's horrible. It's terrible. So please, the federal government should please help. They should help. They can do it. We know they can do it. They should do the remaining.
You're welcome back, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. One of the primary responsibility of a government is to secure the lives and properties of its people. To this end, I personally, I'd like to call on the federal government to work on this issue and make sure that the 112 Chibok girls, they actually return to their families. This is not good for our country. We would like you to join this conversation by dropping your comments on our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at CIA Niger. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at CIA Niger, or follow us on our website at www.cinnigeria.com. 5 years on, Chibok girls, Borno State, federal government, Boko Haram. A lot need to be done. My name is Akporero Henry Akpos, and you're watching Citizen Information Network. Thank you for joining us.